Yeah, fish on! Good afternoon. You join me at the inland sea. It's not summer. The reason I'm in a vest is because we've just done the walk with all the gear and I'm sweating. So time to cool down. It's a bit uneasy on the rocks here. I'm here with the hooker, but I'm not going to be filming anything he catches because that's going to be an ease video. There's all sorts of fish been coming out from here. Bass, sea trout, congers. We've seen stuff jumping. I'm going to be fishing some live bait prawns as well on the float, if we can catch some. I'm going to be fishing for wrasse down the side. When it gets darker, I'm going to be going for some of the big congers. Really excited about this. Probably got about 3 or 4 hours fishing. Just look at the weather. It is absolutely, have a look up in the sky. Perfect, and it is warm. It's even warmer after that walk, but it is warm. So the first rod's ready to go out. I've got some of these amazing ragworm from Bluefin. I've had to chop them into threes. They're that big and they're still a big lump, so this is going to go down the side while I set the other rod up, and I'm going to put a float on the other rod. I'm going to drift a worm about for now on the float as well, and should a hooker get some of them shrimps in his shrimp pot, I'm going to put a live bait shrimp on, and as I say, on the congers tonight. Should be fun. Just going to drop this down in the side. Down here somewhere, just out the way of the rocks. Guessing that's about 15-20 foot deep there, buddy. Drop. It's really uncomfy on the foot, this, to be honest, people. It's not for the comfy anglers. I'm going to set the float up. I'll drift a big ragworm around for now until Hooker gets the shrimp, but in all honesty, I'm looking forward to tonight with the big fish baits on. Because the hooker hasn't caught me no shrimp yet, I've got to float fish a nice bit of ragworm. Just see if anything takes it. Be nice to see that float berry now, wouldn't it? Something take off with that rag. The crab's eating the worms off this rod. You can see the little bings. It's hard to look that way because the sun's right in my eye, but you can see the crabs on this rod, or little fish. Just twitch. Well, I'm only having an hour on the little bits of worm and that. I want to get on the live shrimp and the big fish baits. Yeah, there's definitely something having them ragworms down there. But I'm relying on the hooker to catch me some shrimp. So far he hasn't. Oh, that's how unsteady it can be on the foot here. All the rocks look solid, then you tread on one and it'll flip up. Got to be careful. Not for the faint-hearted. Gets worse as it gets dark too. Got a bite on the bottom rod then. I think it's on as well by the look of it. So awkward on the feet, this. Looks like there's something on there. Let's have a feel. No. I felt it though. And both the ragworms have gone. I've got a feeling we haven't got enough ragworm. Unless you start catching them shrimp. There's an occurrence on the Hooker's channel too, but as I say, I'm not showing any of his stuff in this video, so I have to get over to him to see it, but that was a definite bite on that one then. Well, Hooker has been trying to catch the shrimp here, and the holes in the shrimp net are about that big, so he's just had loads in there, lifted it up out the water, and all the shrimp have just dropped out.
I didn't tell you.
He did say the holes was too big, but it was the only net we had. So we had no choice, did we? So the next chance, he's going to try and rip it up out the water as fast as he can and get us some shrimp. So yeah, there was loads in the net, but it all fell out, so we got no live baits. All right then, I'm going to trot a bit of ragworm under this bridge and see what lives under here. See if anything hits it. Bay alarm's off. Should I get a bite, I'll hit the bay alarm on, you see. Feeding it off. Be nice for something to come and smash that worm. I'm going to need... I haven't got a sinker on the line, so I've been fishing in the calm water. I'm going to go and put a sinker on so this worm drops down. then I'll come back, because something's going to happen down there. I know it. There's going to be the monster from under the bridge. So I'm back here now. Obviously, because I'm here. Get back on my rock. I'll put a sinker on. It's probably about an ounce and a half, little ball. And then I'll put another half a ragworm on. I'm going to trot it down again. Didn't expect the flow to be as strong as it was, so the sinker now should keep the bait down, which is what we want. I'm going to have to go out a bit further, so I don't want to hit that snag again. Learn your mark. If it drops down now, I'll hit the snag again. It's only kelp though, it's pulling through. No, we've just missed it there. Look, an extra couple of foot out. Oh, that's a bite. Oh, that was a definite bite though. Yeah. Ooh, does the monster live under the bridge? I really want to get one on this float before I go back and try the live prawns in the open water and the go for the bigger fish, the huss and the congers. Really, really want to get one on the float. Right, bail arm off, let it trot. Reminds me back of the river days. Trotting a maggot down the river. I'm sure a lot of you have done that. I'll tell you, it's so funny with the... Oh, my rod! Yeah, it's alright, leave it. Oh no, I've got my rod! Can you hit it? Well, this is my fault. I've gone down here float fishing, my rod's just gone off. And he's had a fish on it. I ain't going to tell you what it is, because you're going to have to go and watch his video, because there'll be a part 2 to this. But he's just had one on my rod as I was float fishing. It's like that. It's massive. Right then, folks, we've managed to get some shrimp. I don't know how many's in there. I don't want to drop them. There's probably about 10. What Ucker's done is he's put the bucket in, and then in the bucket he's put the shrimp net, and then we've lifted the bucket up. So as I've all fell out the shrimp net, they've landed in the bucket. There was probably about 50 on the net. We've got probably 8 or 10, so we've got a few here. I'm going to put one of these on next and trot it down there, a live shrimp. Yeah, I can't wait to see what it's one of them. This is going to be exciting, this is. So, see you in a second with a live shrimp trotted down there. That is the bait, hooked for the tail. That is alive. It'll start shrimping and crimping in the water with a hook through it on a float setup. About, it's hard to show you, I'm stretching about 5 foot deep to a sinker there. Just to that, and I'm going to trot this down the side now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we should hit something on this one. I'd love to. We have got some bigger shrimp for later, but I just want to try and catch a few first. Can't wait to get the conger rods in either. That will be cool. Right, bail arm off. What you've got to do is get ready to flick it on quick and strike should you get a bite. Bail arm off. Let it trot. I'd have thought so. I just had a bite out there then. Oh! Right under the bridge, big bite, but no fish. There's a fish on there, look. Taking the float. Yeah, fish on! Yeah, oh no! No! No, no, no! That was decent, that was. That pulled the rod over. That was out in the deep, so it definitely never hit a snag. Ah! Have a look what's going on here, people. Lethal, isn't it? Yeah, it is dangerous here. Right, I'll try and show you all these shrimp, because I'm slipping for the holes in the net, which I did tell Hooker would happen. If you see them to the side of it, look. So we're trying to lure them into the bucket. There's loads to the side there, look. How'd we get on?
Yeah, we've got a few.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got a wet foot, but we've got a few.
How many?
Loads.
Oh yes, that's the live bait. Plenty there for a bit, isn't there?
And one just escaped.
I'll tell you what, look how beautiful it is here. Flat calm, sun setting over there. It's just a very, very special place. I just couldn't get it to happen under that bridge. Tried hard as well. I'm gonna put some new worm on this rod on the left. Now, get that back out. A bit of ragworm on each one. Then I'm gonna have another 20 minutes, half hour on the float. And then after that, I'm gonna put 2 big fish rods out with the night lights on the rods and see if we can, oh, fish just topped out there. Right, I wanna get this, get these rods in quick. I think I might have a fish on this one. Let's have a look. It's going over. Right. Oh, the flood's changed now on the current. Look what's coming through. I'll show you what's coming through now. It's just changed the rush, they call it. I'm going to put 2 big conger rods out now. No messing. Congers and us all the way. Look at this coming through now. It has just started turning, which means the sea, the other side of that bridge, has started rising. Now the tide is high enough to come over the barrier, so to speak, and it's flooding in. So now a lot of the fish from in here now, the inland sea, start feeding all around this area. So I'm going to get 2 conger baits there and there. This is what's happening with me, people. As I say, I'm not going to tell you what's happening with the happy hooker. He's there float fishing his prawns. Not going to say no more. Check his channel out to see it. Me on the other hand, I'm going back to what I know. These are the mackerel I caught from Penmon yesterday in the last video you'll see. I'm going to flick one just here into the deep on a running rig, and then I've got a pulley pennel to send one out there. So I'm going to fish a mackerel short on the right rod and far on the left rod. I know there's huss and conger here. No finesse about these, just hooked in the lip. No bait elastic, no fancy stuff, just getting it straight out. Night lights are on, camera's going to be set up behind me. Let's see if we can get a big conger donger. Look at that for a view though. Perfect. So let's get these rods in then. The running rig, as I say, is just going to go down here, just off the edge of the rocks. Just down here, and there's no grippers on this lead because I don't need 12 bottom or nothing. If it bounces about, it bounces about. That's it. Job done. Nothing finesse. That is just going to sit there. And the left rod is going to be sent sort of in that direction with a pulley pennel with a gripper on. Both on full joeys, which I caught from Penmon the other day. That's all the way out there. So we're tightening up now. We'll watch these tips. Hopefully something goes off. If it goes off, it's going to be a good fish in it. It's not going to be a little thing. It's going to be a good thing. I'm going to leave that camera on for the next 10 or 20 minutes while the sun goes down. Just see if something can go over. Would be nice, wouldn't it? That's a conger bite, that is. Come on. Looks like a conger bite. Slow and pulling luck. Yeah, that's a conger bite, and it surely.
Hey, that one I got the other day with little tippity taps on the roll.
Yeah, it's going over that right rod is. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to eager beaver it, but see it going over, look. Yeah. Come on. Still going over that. Eat it. Oh, look at it go over. Still going over that. Don't want to eager it though. Something definitely eating that mackerel. Oh, big drop back. Big drop back, big drop back. Something there. Just don't want to eager it, I can feel it.
One there.
Yeah, there's something there, I just don't want to. Yeah, I can definitely feel it. Might have to go for it, you know. No! No! There's no mackerel left at all. No! That was like one of them slow pulley bites. Oh, let's just get in front of the camera. Climb these rocks. There is no mackerel left at all. That to me looked like a conger bite, the slow pulls where they grab it and back up. And having had conger from here before, that is exactly how they bite. Oh, come on. Let's get another mackerel down there. Well, folks, I could be looking at the first blank in a few months. Oh, it was always going to come at some point, wasn't it? Well, I'm not giving in yet. The hooker, on the other hand, has had a few nice fish out, doing a different method, different tactic, and he's had a few nice fish. But I'm going to stick with these big mackerel baits and hope that something comes along. But yeah, this could be the first blank in 2 or 3 months. Oh, it'll be painful to take, especially after that walk. But it's not over yet. It is not over yet. And one of them rods could go at any time, couldn't it? Fish on for him over here. Well, I'm really trying here. I've just put a big bluey on. I am going to stick with the big baits. I'm not going to change them. I'm going big or blanking, and it's looking like it's blanking. Hooker's just had another fish. Another one. I need to make something happen here. Well, I have just found on the floor a big ragworm. Not a wild one, it's one of the bluefin ones, but it must have got out. And I'm staring a blank straight in the face here. So I'm going to get this ragworm out. And I don't want to blank. I do not want to blank. But if it is, it is. And as I say in every video, it is real fishing. It's as real as it gets. And this will be the first blank in a few months, and you'll see it if it happens, but I don't want to blank. So I'm going to swing this one a bit more towards Hooker's way in the float. Over there. With a big juicy ragworm on.
And then you can load in this one for me.
And we'll see what happens. Oh, that's a bite. That's a bite. Come on, ragworm. Come on, let's feel you. Let's have you. Stop my blank. I've got one.
Got one?
Yeah, something decent.
Yeah, I have as well. Check your line, this.
I've got one. Yes, I've knocked my other rod off the tripod, but I've got a fish. Yes. What have I got?
Check your line.
Oh, it's just come off. I think it was a bass. It's just come off right in the side.
What?
It's just come off right there. I think it was a bass.
Bertie? On the ragworm?
Oh, for God's sake.
There we go again, guys. Slam bomb. Thank you, ma'am.
That is not good.
Right down, sorted through the gale.
It's not good, that, people. Literally. Big ragworm on. It looked like a bass in the side come off. Not massive, 2 or 3 pound. On that note, I'll bring you back if something happens. Fish on! Again. What is it? I see silver. What is that? Come here. Yes. About time, innit? On that note, it's time to go for a kebab, innit? Do you reckon, mate?
Yeah.
Kebab time. Right, I'm out of here. The blanker's been stopped. I should have put the float on about 3 hours ago, I think. That'll do. Let's get out of here. Bye.